Most owners think their dog brings them a toy because she wants to play. She's bored, she's energetic, she's dropping a tennis ball in your lap because she has decided it is time and you do not get a vote. That's one reason. And it's probably the least interesting one, because your dog brings you a toy in at least four completely different situations that have nothing to do with each other. And if you've been responding to all of them the same way, you've been answering a question she wasn't asking. Once you know what she is actually doing each time, the gesture stops being cute background noise and becomes one of the clearest windows she gives you into what she is feeling in that specific moment. You know the moments. The toy dropped at your feet the second you walk through the door. The toy carried quietly to where you are sitting and placed beside you without fanfare. The toy brought out when a stranger arrives, or when your voice gets loud, or when the energy in the room shifts in a way she doesn't have words for. You've seen all of these. You've probably thought they were all the same thing. By the end of this, you'll know what she's doing in each one and what she needs from you when she does it, which is not always what you think. A toy is not a toy when your dog carries it toward you. In that moment, it is something closer to a word, a physical object standing in for a communication her body needs to make but has no other way to deliver. Dogs do not have the range of vocal expression that humans use to navigate emotional complexity. They have body language, they have sound, and they have objects, things they can carry, offer, place, press into your hands. When your dog picks something up and moves it in your direction, she is reaching for the most concrete form of expression available to her. The question is never whether she is communicating. The question is what makes the toy specifically distinct from other objects she might bring. Why the toy and not a shoe, a sock, a piece of whatever is nearby that begins with what toys represent in a dog's emotional vocabulary. And it is not simply about play. For a dog, a toy is not a neutral object. It is an object already loaded with positive association. Something that has been involved in good moments, in connection, in the particular aliveness that comes from interaction with the people she loves. It smells like those moments. It carries them. When your dog is feeling something she cannot process. Excitement too large for her body, anxiety looking for an outlet, an emotion that needs somewhere to go, she reaches for the object that has historically made things better. Not because she is asking you to throw it, because holding it, carrying it, offering it, is itself a form of regulation. What people who study dogs in domestic settings have observed is that object carrying in dogs functions partly as a displacement behavior, a way of channeling arousal or emotional intensity through a familiar, safe action when the feeling itself has no clear target. Your dog is not always bringing you a toy because she wants something from you. Sometimes she is bringing you a toy because she needs to do something with her hands, and you are the person she does everything with. That is the root, but the specific reason shifts dramatically depending on when and how she brings it. And three of those situations are ones most owners have been misreading for years. The first is the greeting toy. You walk through the door and within seconds, something is in her mouth. A ball, a rope, whatever is closest, and she is bringing it toward you. Whole body moving sound coming out around the object in her mouth. This one is not a play request. It is emotional overflow with nowhere to go. The excitement of your return is, for your dog, a genuinely large event. Her nervous system spikes, her whole body wants to do something with the feeling, and she has learned somewhere along the way that putting something in her mouth helps. It gives the feeling a shape. The toy is not a gift, and it is not an invitation. It is a pressure valve. She is showing you what she cannot say. You came back, and my whole body knows it, and I needed something to do with that. The second is the quiet offering, not at a greeting, in the middle of an ordinary moment. She gets up, retrieves something, brings it to where you're sitting, and places it near you. No demand. No eye contact that insists. Just the object placed, and then she settles nearby. This is the piece most owners miss entirely. This one is a gift in the truest sense she knows how to give. She is not asking for play. She is offering you something that matters to her. One of the few things she owns, one of the objects most associated with good feeling in her world. Because you are the person she gives things to, she is saying in the only material language she has, I thought of you, this is mine, and I want you to have it. And then there is the third bringing, the one that comes not during excitement or affection but during stress, when the doorbell rings, when voices rise, when something in the room feels unresolved and she appears with something in her mouth, placing herself near you, object offered. This one is self-regulation and contact-seeking at the same time. She is grounding herself in the familiar, the toy, you, the combination of both, to manage something her nervous system cannot fully process alone. What she needs from you in this moment is not engagement with the toy. It is simply your presence acknowledged. A hand, a word, a moment of contact that says, I see you. The room is fine. You can set it down. How you respond to each of these three moments, and why responding to all of them the same way quietly misses the point. That is the thing most owners spend years not knowing. Most owners think their job when the toy arrives is to do something with it. Throw it, engage with it, take it, acknowledge it as an invitation. The toy as the point. The owner as the one who receives an object and responds to the object. Flip that. The toy is never the point. Your dog is the point. The toy is just the only physical form she has found for the thing she is trying to tell you, which is always in one version or another, some variation of, I am feeling something and you are the person I bring my feelings to. She is not handing you an object. She is handing you her current emotional state and trusting that you will know what to do with it. Think about every time it has happened. The greeting toy trembling in her mouth while her whole body wagged. The quiet placement beside you on an ordinary evening when nothing was happening. And she got up anyway, found something, brought it over, and settled. The stressed appearance in a difficult moment. Object in mouth, eyes finding yours. She was not playing the same game each time. She was speaking the same language in different registers. Excitement, affection, reassurance seeking, always using the same gesture because it is the one that works, the one that reaches you, the one that has always brought her closer to the person who matters most. And if you think back to the times you were distracted, and she brought the toy and you didn't respond, and she stood there for a moment before quietly taking it back. She wasn't sulking. She was recalibrating, deciding whether to try again or to find another way. She almost always tries again. Your dog does not have words. She has objects and choices, and the particular intelligence of an animal that has spent its entire life finding ways to reach you across the gap of two different species. Every time she picks something up and carries it toward you, she is crossing that gap. Not because she wants to play, because you are the person she brings things to, her toys, her feelings, her whole inexhaustible effort to be understood. And she has been bringing them to you every time, since the beginning. What does your dog bring you most? And has she ever shown up with a toy at a moment that felt like more than a play request? Tell me in the comments. If this is the kind of watching you want to keep doing, subscribing means the next one finds you.